Coming up on this episode of SHS News, mental health matters at Summit High School, and this Wednesday was the annual Self-Care Fair, hosted by Students Helping Students Club and the Mental Health Awareness Club.
And with the demolition set to begin at any moment in the existing library, we have a temporary library ready to go. Jack Zadi gives us a tour.
We'll have those stories plus the results from last week's teacher lunch quiz on this week's episode of SHS News.
Good morning, Summit High School. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Hilltoppers. Today is Friday, October 13th, and welcome back to SHS News. I'm Charlie Moon.
And I'm Charlie Vlass. Apologies for the pun, but mental health is on everyone's mind here at Summit High School. This Wednesday, the Students Helping Students Club and the Mental Health Awareness Club hosted the annual Self-Care Fair outside the cafeteria and senior lounge. 25 different organizations and professionals participated in the fair, which was a great opportunity to show that mental health matters.
I think it's important that the fair is bringing awareness to a lot of things that people don't have access to, whether it's their parents not really giving them the support they need or their just lack of information about certain topics that are important for teenagers.
Because of that appreciation for the resources that are afforded to them, the word spreads, right? And so it becomes much more widely utilized by the student body. So yeah, certainly, and it just lends itself to just other opportunities and for these types of fairs, yeah.
This year's Self-Care Fair was a huge success, and it's great to see so many students understanding the value of mental health. Both the Mental Health Awareness Club and the Students Helping Students Club are always looking for additional volunteers. To learn more, please reach out to Mrs. Herber. And now let's change topics completely as we shift over to wrestling.
Hey, brother! Are you interested in wrestling? Well, it's that time of year. The Summit Chatham wrestling team is back in training to win nationals. Coach Connolly provided this short film highlighting the last season's biggest moments. Mark your calendar for Tuesday, October 17th. The Thrift and Sustainability Club is holding their annual grand opening of the official Hilltop thrift shop outside the cafeteria during lunch. The shop contains gently used, trendy, and most importantly, free clothing and accessories. Stop by during the lunch block because the inventory is constantly being updated.
With demolition of the library set to begin at any moment, it is reassuring to know that Mrs. Arabi and Mr. Shu are safe and sound in their temporary location across from the cafeteria. But is it a science lab or is it a library? Let's get to our construction report with Jack Zadi.
Thanks, Charlie. The school library is currently closed for construction and renovating, while the new library has been relocated to room 322. According to a reliable source, Mr. Arabi, the temporary library is still available for students at lunch, before school, and after school. Unlike the normal library, the temporary library can only keep a fifth of the amount of books, and the other 4/5 are being stored off-site. The library still has amenities such as the printer, the charging station, a few tables, and creative writing supplies. It may still smell like a science lab, but the decorations and posters still make it feel like a proper library. As of now, the library is currently planned to be renovated and has not started construction yet. But in the future, you can expect an update on when it finally starts. Once that happens, I'll probably need to get my boots on because things will be getting a little dirty.
Finally, here are the results from last week's Teacher's Lunch Quiz. We had nearly 100 responses to the quiz. First up is the half-eating Dunkin' muffin. Legend has it that the first half of this muffin was allocated for breakfast and the second half was saved for lunch. And the owner of this Dunkin' muffin is Miss K.
Next up is a lunch containing a variety of offerings, including the infamous bag of broccoli, banana chips, what we were told is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, a Reese's peanut butter cup, and what must have been a container of hummus. The winner of this is Mr. Duffy.
Next up, we have no idea what this is. The only thing I can see for sure in the picture is Diet Mountain Dew and sour cream. The rest is a total mystery. But the people have spoken and the students are sending a clear message to Mr. Harpster. Please clean your keyboard.
And finally, we have a lunch that the Sustainability Club would approve of. Actual food aside, it contains both compostable and reusable packaging. This meal contains some leftover lo mein vanilla Greek yogurt and a banana. There is no question that this delicious meal belongs to Senora Vicente.
Thank you to all the students who responded, and an even bigger thank you to the 4 brave teachers who shared their lunches with not just the entire school, but the global YouTube community.
And now we need to make a formal retraction and correction in regard to last week's show. Anchor Abby Borg stated that her favorite class is biology, which is incorrect. Abby Borg's favorite class is officially advanced ceramics. We apologize for the miscommunication. And one final note before we wrap up today. Charlie, why do ghosts take elevators?
I don't know, Charlie. Why do ghosts take elevators?
Well, it's obvious, isn't it? Because it raises their spirits.
And on that bombshell, that's this week's news. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Charlie Moon.
And I'm Charlie Vlass. Have an amazing weekend, and we'll see you next week.